Yesterday we worked on clock fractions and we saw the different values. Today we're going to work on adding and subtracting clock fraction values. And so here I have 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and shade in my 1/2 value. So here I have 1/2 over here, and then I have 1/3. So I'm going to go ahead and make the other clock into the thirds, remembering that there are 3 equal pieces. So I'm going to make sure that each section has 4. Each third has 4 sections. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how can I compare these. So here I have my half, and then my third I see that it's 4 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So then I can have my third right there. So my 1/2 and my 1/3, and then I can see how many that is altogether. If I'm looking at this 1/2, I can see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 12 pieces. And if I look at my 1/3, I see that's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 12 pieces. If I add my 6 twelfths plus my 4 twelfths, then I see that I have 10 twelfths total. And I can even come here and check it. 1 twelfth, 2 twelfths, 3 twelfths, 4 twelfths, 5 twelfths, 6 twelfths, 7 twelfths, 8 twelfths, 9 twelfths, 10 twelfths. So then I have my 10 twelfths. So with 1/3 plus 1/4, go ahead and attempt that on your own in the Jamboard, or go ahead and print this sheet out and you can practice it on the sheet. So here we have our 1/3. So I'm going to go ahead and split my clock into thirds. And I see that I have one of them. So I'm going to shade in my 1/3. Here I have my 1/4. So I'm going to cut my clock into fourths. I'm going to shade that. And then I'm going to go ahead and combine it. So here I see that I have 4 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of the 12. And here I have 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. 3 out of the 12. So if I have my third with my 4 sections, and I have my fourth with my 3 sections, I can see that they combine to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 12 sections. And I can see that 4 plus 3 does give me 7. So I have 7 twelfths now. Looking at the last one on this side of the page, I have 1/6 plus 3/4. So go ahead and attempt 1/6 plus 3/4. With the 1/6, I'm going to start with my thirds. And then I'm just going to go ahead and split each third in half. So now I have 6s. I have one of them. For my 3/4, I'm going to go ahead and do 4s. And then it says I have 3 of those 4 pieces. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Now if I look at these, here I have 1, 2 sections out of the 12. And over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections out of the 12. If I go over here, I have my 3/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and my 1/6 is just 2 sections. So here's my 1/6 right here. And I can see that that gives us the 11 twelfths, or I can count 1 twelfth, 2 twelfths, 3 twelfths, 4 twelfths, 5 twelfths, 6 twelfths, 7 twelfths, 8 twelfths, 9 twelfths, 10 twelfths, 11 twelfths. And also 2 plus 9 will give me the 11. So 2 twelfths plus 9 twelfths gives me the 11 twelfths. With looking at these, it's important to make sure that we have the same size pieces, because if we look at the half and 1/3, we couldn't just add those together because we wouldn't know what to call it. So that's why we looked at the twelfths with all the sections. What a few other students did with the 1/2 and 1/3 especially is they cut it into 6s. So here they cut these into 6s because then we were having the same size piece again. So we had to have something that had the same size piece. If you did 6s, that's perfectly fine, and that's actually great reasoning. And so then we can see here that we have 3 out of 6 pieces, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6. Here we have 1, 6, 2, 6, and that gives us a grand total of 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6. And those are equivalent fractions. so it still works out. The other ones we weren't able to do sixes, we weren't able to do thirds or fourths either, so 12ths was the best denominator or bottom number to have. So on the back, I want you to go ahead and look at each one of the 3 problems, and I want you to go ahead and attempt those problems. So with the first problem, I see that I have 2 thirds, so I'm going to go ahead and make my thirds, make sure that I have 3 equal sections. Here's 1/3, and there's my 2 thirds. And I see that 1/3 has 4 sections, so then the other 1/3 has 4 sections. So 4/12 plus 4/12 is going to give me 8/12. With my 1/4, I'm going to go ahead and cut that up and shade it in. And then I see that that's 1/12, 2/12, 3/12. So then I have 8/12 plus 3/12 to give me 11/12. If I wasn't comfortable doing it that way, then I could still do my model. So I'm going to start with my thirds. 1/3, 2 thirds, and then I see that my fourth has 1, 2, 3 sections, so 1, 2, 3. So then we see we have our 2 thirds and our 1/4 right there to give us still 11/12. 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12, 8/12, 9/12, 10/12, 11/12. Now if we look at our 5, 6 plus 1/3, I'm going to go ahead and cut it into my thirds for my sixes. And then I'm going to cut each third in half to get 6 equal sections. Here I have 5 of those sections shaded. So 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6. And I'm going to add 1/3 to that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it into my thirds. Here's 1/3. And if I look at that, here I have my 5, 6. So I can go ahead and cut my sixes. I didn't do it in thirds this time. I don't know why, but I normally do. So here I have my 5 sixes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I see that here I can take this piece right here and put it right there. So then here I have 1 6 more to get 6, 6. And then the other piece goes right here. So then I see I have 1 whole and 1 6. If I wanted to look at the 12ths, here I have with my 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I have 10/12. And then with my 1/3, 1, 2, 3, 4/12. And 10/12 plus 4/12 gives me 14/12, or we could say 1 whole and 2/12. Both of those are equivalent, so both of them would work. With the next one, we have 3/4, so I can go ahead and make my fourths. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, plus 2/3. So then I'll make my thirds. 1/3, 2/3. So then I could go ahead and combine those together. My 3/4. And then with my thirds, I can see I can take 3 out of this section. So that amount's going to go right here. And then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then 5/12 is going to go right here, the leftover. So then I see I have 1 whole and 5 out of the 12 pieces. Or what I can do is here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here I have 9/12. And here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8/12. And 9/12 plus 8/12 gives me 17/12, or 1 and 5/12. Either of those will work. Alright, let me know if you have any questions.